How big is your God? The classic book by J.B. Phillips, Your God is Too Small, prompts the headline for this week's story, which emerges from the set readings, the Old Testament in Isaiah 40, New Testament Gospel in Mark 1, New Testament letter in 1 Corinthians 9. It's Ian Greig here again, with a really quick introduction to the theme which you will hear in your live stream service, or possibly discuss in your home group, that is, if your church follows the lectionary scheme. Do you not know? Have you not heard? Has it not been told you from the beginning? That's the repeating, rhetorical question spoken by God through Isaiah in this week's Old Testament passage. To whom will you compare me? Addresses the common belief of the nations of the ancient Near East who saw stars, sun and moon as gods. But the living God of the people of Israel had created the cosmos and named all the stars in it. The proudest earthly powers are to him like dandelion seeds that get blown away in the wind. So if we are among those that hope in the Lord, we are tapping into the real source of all strength, and we can ascend like eagles to see earth's problems from a heavenly perspective. This story of God's incomparable greatness continues with Jesus taking divine authority over sickness, healing Peter's mother-in-law from a life-threatening fever, and, as Mark emphasises, freeing those who were demon-possessed as well as healing many from various diseases, and this was gaining him a considerable following in Capernaum. However, he gathered his disciples and told them they must all get around the villages beyond and proclaim the kingdom there also. True greatness doesn't need a following, and the kingdom mission is the main thing. Paul, writing to the church in Corinth in the New Testament letter, reflects on the majesty of God and the present reality of Jesus revealed in his call, telling them that for him that amounts to being compelled to preach the gospel. He's not asking for the kind of respect and remuneration that secular travelling orators expected in that Greek culture. Unlike them, Paul won't demean the Lord's message by calling attention to himself. He will get that message of the good news of Jesus and his kingdom to all kinds of people wherever they are found, whatever it takes, becoming like a humble bondservant to be able to relate better to those of that class. Because Paul's God really is big, he himself has nothing to prove and no need of status. How would churches become more relevant to people if we were all captivated by the experience of God's greatness? How would our vision for mission be re-energized if, like Paul, we gave up our preferences and titles and structures and focused simply on becoming all things to all people, coming alongside them in Jesus? There's much more on the Bible study for www.thelivingword.uk for February the 7th. Thanks for listening, and see you the next time.